Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate how to create a simple wiki in Moodle, and I've decided that I'm going to create a wiki on favourite holiday destinations, and this wiki is going to be for all students to view, but also to go in, edit, and make changes. So on my Moodle course homepage, I need to click onto the Add an Activity drop-down list box. And towards the bottom of the list you can see wiki, so I choose wiki, and this is the wiki creation screen here. Now there are some advanced options that we may want to consider later, but I've chosen to hidden them, so you can see that because of the button there called show advanced. So we'll keep with the simple features first, and then later I'll show you how to change some of the advanced features. So the first thing is, of course, a wiki name. What name do you want to give the wiki? So I'm going to call mine Holiday Destinations. Whoops. And then I'm just going to put in a brief summary. There we go. Okay, so I've put in a brief description there. Now the next thing I want to think about is how this wiki is to be used, because there's lots of different options. You can choose to have just one wiki for all the pupils to go in and view. You can choose for that one wiki either to be edited just by the teacher, or if you want students to be able to go in and make changes, you can change that. But you could also set it up so that individual groups have their own version of the wiki to change, and so on. So I'm just going to go through those options with you. Here we've got type, and in the drop-down list box we've got a choice of group, student and teacher. Now in fact this is used in combination with this to determine how this wiki is to be used. So I'm just going to go through that. And in fact if I just click on the help menu for the type, it displays something that just kind of helps make this decision. Okay, there we go. So you can see that in the type we've got an option groups, student and teacher, and down here in the group mode we've got an option of no groups, separate groups, invisible groups. This help page shows us what will happen when we use these different combinations of settings. So if we had teacher, and in the second drop down list box no groups, it means there's only one wiki which only the teacher can edit but all students can view. If we had teacher and separate groups selected, that means there is one wiki for every group, which again the teacher just can edit. Students can view the wiki of their own group only. Or if we had teacher and visible groups, there'd be one wiki for every group, only the teacher can edit it. Students can view the wikis for all groups. Now I want to create a wiki that's available for all students, but where any student can make changes to it. So I'm going to go for groups, no groups. Therefore, there's only one wiki. The teacher and all students can view and edit this wiki. So I'm going to make those changes. There we go. So groups and no groups. That means it's just one wiki for all students that I create, and both myself and the students can edit. I can then choose whether I want this wiki to be seen or not. I might want to set it up for future use, but not necessarily want the students to be able to use it now. But in fact in this case I do want students to use it straight away, so I'll choose show. And we don't need to worry too much about ID number or grade category. So that's all we do for a basic setup of a wiki. And then if I click on to save and return to course, we can see that wiki has been created. Now of course that wiki at the moment is empty, no entry has been made, so maybe I'll go in and start this wiki off and then invite other students to go in and make some changes. So I'll click onto the wiki, and I'm on the View tab, and you can see it's now given me a text box where I can start putting in information for this wiki. So I'm going to start putting in some holiday destinations. Okay, I could go on to put more information in there if I wanted to, but I'll leave that for the time being. Of course, you've got all your normal formatting tools available to you to change the appearance of the text. Bold, italic and underlined. And of course, you can also change the font size and even the font type of any of the text in there. You can also put add icons. There we go. At the moment, I cannot add pictures, and to allow a student or myself to add pictures to a wiki, we need to go back to some of the advanced options, so we'll take a look at that later. Okay, that's all the information I'm going to put in this wiki for now, because I'm going to invite other students to go in and make some additions. So, if I click on Save, that now commits that information. And there we go. There's my contribution for the wiki so far. Now, if I want to make changes to it, I can go back into Edit and make further changes. If I click on History tab, you can see at the moment for this wiki, only myself has gone in to make some changes. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to be cheeky, I'm going to actually log in as another person now and just show you what this would look like from their point of view. Okay, so this is what the wiki would look like from Miss Caton's point of view. So if we go down, there's the wiki that I created, and then Miss Caton might want to go into the wiki. Take a look at the information that's already been submitted to this wiki, and then she might want to go in and make some more changes. There we go, so that's Miss Caton's contribution, and then she would click on to save. And then Miss Caton might decide to log out, so I'm going to log back in as myself. And now let's take a look at that. So let me go back to the course homepage. And let's take a look at that wiki. Okay, there we go. There's the wiki in its current form. And if I now go into history, I can see there were two versions, the original version that I created, and I can view that version. And then if I go back, and then take a look at the version that Miss Caton had contributed to. So there you go, there's my information plus the information that Miss Caton has added. If we go back to the history, what I might want to do is I might decide that I'm not happy with the latest update to this wiki, and I want to revert it back to the original version. So I want to go back to my original version of just the entry that I made. So I'm going to click on Fetch Back. That gives me the edit text box with just the information that I put in before Miss Caton had contributed. I'm just going to go down and click on Save. That's now the most up-to-date version. You can see I've now reverted back to the original. It no longer has Miss Caton's contributions, and that's now in there to stay. And in fact, if I click onto history, you can now see that there